the only news I could think of that I wanted to ask you, whether it was on air or not, did you see the Sleep Token? Like someone posted their identity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't know what the identity is or whatever, but some fan found a link to a birth certificate or something and posted it. Oh, and now like most of the fan base is pissed because you know, everyone kind of revered them for being anonymous, and now someone ruined it.
So maybe that's a good subject to talk about, because I actually watched this video the other day where it's this British guy I love. His name's what's his last name? It's Bradley something. I should just pull it up and we should watch it, because it's he lays out Sleep Token, and the title of the video is Sleep Token Sucks.
Oh, but then you might have told me about this.
Yeah, well, no, that he did a one before where that was really funny, where he was like kind of making fun of like how, but I think he makes some solid points.
Yeah.
Because he goes, but you know, I don't love Sleep Token, but I think their music's good. Like, I don't hate it. It's not terrible. It's not. I think for me, I mean, we should just show this guy's video and talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't checked out their first album like you told me to, but their latest one, I mean, I'll rock it once in a while I'm making dinner or something. It's not
Eden one. It's
yeah. It's not something I'm like gonna headbang to, but it's not bad for background music.
Yeah, I think this guy, the thing I like about this guy is he's like a legit musician. Like, he's actually a really good guitar player. And so his criticisms of Sleep Token are based in, you know, I think they're valid, you know, like, because from a perspective of like musical theory and like someone who gives a shit about, you know, music.
Yeah.
Here, let me get past the ad. Bradley Hall is the guy's name, and he's I mean, it's not like he needs our help. He's a very popular YouTuber. But here, let me share this real quick.
Sleep Token suck. All right, perhaps suck is a little bit of a strong word, but one does not care too much for this particular musical ensemble. And here's why. But firstly, in case you're a sensible individual who does not frequent the internet too much or does not keep up to date with the musical world, let me give you a little introduction to the band right now. Oh, and I think it's only fitting today that we go incognito. Formed in 2016, Sleep Token are an English alternative metal band from London who fuse together elements of djent, metalcore, indie, R&B and all sorts to create what I can only describe as the final boss of drab, overly serious, self-important sad boy music. The band are so embarrassed by their own compositions that they choose to go as far as remaining anonymous and role-playing as a Mushroomhead tribute band fronted by the enigmatic Keith Vessels. Sleep...
I just want to say, full disclosure, the opinions of Bradley Hall do not necessarily represent the opinions of this channel. We're sharing another person's opinions, which are pretty funny.
Token had a pretty moderate cult following for a number of years, but it wasn't until 2023's run-up to their third full-length album, Take Me Back to Eden, that the band really exploded in popularity, gaining an unwaveringly loyal following of vapid TikTok baddies and soy-suckling djent enthusiasts. And if that wasn't enough, Sleep Token ended the year by selling out a headline show at the legendary Wembley Arena, proving that they really may just be the next big thing in metal. Anyway, so I know I'm not exactly this band's target audience, but it's important for me to try and keep up to date with, you know, current music.
I also want to note that his t-shirt says Megadeth.
Yeah,
rest in piss.
Does he just make...
What's that?
Does he just make funny videos about bands or something? Or?
Oh, yeah. He actually made he made an entire album, like kind of in the vein of Rest in Peace. Like, he literally did a stream where he's like, I'm gonna copy Rest in Peace and make my own version of it. And then he had like Chat GPT write the lyrics. He's like, Chat GPT, write a song about Joe Biden in the tone of Megadeth for Dave Mustaine, you know, and then he gets it's so good too. I mean, it's novelty, like, you know.
I don't think I've ever seen a video by this guy.
He's awesome. He's really funny. But listen to what he says. I think he makes some good points, is why I thought I'd play it.
So I did a little bit of a Sleep Token deep dive in hopes of understanding what all the fuss is about. So first off, it's not all negative. I do actually enjoy quite a few things about this band, believe it or not. Aesthetically, I think the band have totally fucking nailed it. From the imagery to the the costumes and the masks, the stage show, all of the crazy lore that they've created around the band. I really wish more artists these days would put as much effort into their image as Sleep Token have, because it really goes a long, long way to make a band way more memorable. In addition, it goes without saying that the band are obviously very, very good musicians, especially the drummer, which I know people have a lot of praise for. Though I did watch...
I do. I agree with everything he said there. I think their branding, especially in the age of social media where everyone is like on all the time, including us.
Oh, for sure.
It's so cool to have like like this enigmatic vibe where you're like, no, you don't know who we are. It's not about us as people. It's about the art we're creating. I think that is like just amazing on so many levels. So anyway, and then the musicianship, like the drummer is incredible. That Atlantic song, the one that I always hype, I think is one of my favorite songs.
I'll write it down again and try to get around.
Yeah, it's because it starts out like a Coldplay song and it builds into this crescendo where the drummer just goes off. It's awesome.
His recent video with Drumeo, and it was kind of like unintentionally funny because of like the voice scrambler thing he was using.
Personally, taken a lot of inspiration from the UK dance music scene.
I know these guys are very serious about remaining anonymous, but like this whole voice scrambler thing was like, it was a bit much.
So there's a link down below, drumeo.com/.
I also find their onstage shenanigans kind of funny, like their penchant for making out with each other and stuff. I don't really understand if that's meant to be serious or a joke, but either way, it like rubs serious metalheads up the wrong way, which is always a good thing. Wish I could say the same about the music though. There's just so fucking much that annoys me about this band's music that I don't even know where to start. But I think the number one thing that seriously irks me about Sleep Token is their complete inability to pace songs properly. Like, so many of their songs are built around these fucking dreary, extended, clean ambient sections that just like build and build and build and build for like minutes on end, and then finally you have like a big payoff, but it only lasts like 10 seconds, and then bam, you're back to like 5 more minutes of dirge. So their songs are like 90% cop tease and 10% payoff before they blow their load early. The title track.
So, as someone who likes their music, I think that's a valid criticism to some degree. But you know, hate.
I don't know enough of their music to.
If you disagree,
anything, but
I mean, this guy, his entire channel is based on hate. So it's like his people come to listen to this guy talk because they know he's gonna do some hating. You know what I mean? It's like it's the players club, the player haters club of the metal side of YouTube, basically.
Track of their latest album, Take Me Back to Eden, is a perfect example of this. Right, so the song starts with some nice ambience for a while, really sets the scene. Very pleasant. And after about 40 seconds or so, we get some vocals over the top of it. Very nice performance. I dig it. Great. Get a bit more tension, adding some layers. Then finally, about 1 minute 40 in, we get something that resembles a chorus, I think. Add some more drama. Sounds like it's leading to something, finally. There we go. There's the payoff. So far, I've got to say, this is a really fantastic song. The pacing, the riffs, the vocal performance. Oh, wait, never mind. It's already over. So the song just suddenly decides to stop dead in its tracks for no reason, kill all the energy and the momentum it's already built up, and we just get like 30 seconds of like ambient nothing. Great. So now we get like a R&B verse, I guess, which could have been pretty cool if it came at a point in the song that wasn't so like jarring and disruptive. All right, and now we return to the chorus we had earlier. Like, finally, a repeating section. Okay, things might be picking up again. All right, sounds like we're really building up to something big now. Let's go. Oh, never mind. False alarm. So now there's like another minute plus of ambient melodrama for no reason.
That's exactly why I don't like just play it to rock out, because I feel like there's so much background music, you know, which is fine. It is what it is, but I don't think I've ever played it that I wasn't like just making dinner or doing something else.
Have you ever listened to the band Loathe?
I think I've seen them.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this, didn't we?
English band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I shot them last year.
Did you kill them? Did you shoot to kill?
I shot them with my cannon.
I think like this generation of this type of music, like Sleep Token and Loathe, they have some kind of similar. Like Loathe does these like little ambient interludes, which I think are cool. Like we talked about this with the Gems a little bit the other day about no one makes albums anymore. Like they actually have some on their new record. They have some little interludes.
Yeah.
And she was kind of saying like we wanted to. I can't remember what her thing was. That she's like we needed to have like this many tracks or something. The album needed to have clocked this many minutes. So we kind of did these interludes. But they're cool. They kind of like. The album, the pacing of an album, if you're going to listen to an album as a complete work of art, is important, obviously, you know? And that record too, it's the way that they structured the tracks, it builds to like I said, I think some of the harder, faster, like more intense tracks are near the end of the record.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. Sleep Token, yeah, I love them or hate them. This guy, I think, made some valid points about what their game is a little bit, you know.
So you can see the picture. This is Loathe from last fall. It's always hard, like from a photographer standpoint, when they got like red lights or purple lights. It's always difficult to get some shots, but.
That's what I said. It takes real talent to shoot.
I like that one.
Bands. They have a song called "Is It Really You" that I think is like just a really great song. It's a really well written. It's like it's like a pop metal song basically. I don't even know if it's metal technically. It sounds like almost like a Deftones track.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I got.